Hello everybody, and we are doing another character analysis video. Today we are doing the bean. I know one of you were commenting that you wanted Sunrise, but I think it's important that we end up doing Lunar next. Because I just felt like doing Lunar and I just had no idea what I'd do for a video today. I did not feel like doing a speed art. Anyway, quick reminder, 5 days till the fan art fan art competition is submission thing is closed, so please upload some submissions. I only have one so far, so yeah. This is somewhat scripted. I have a bunch of notes here that I have to bring up. Or else, yeah, I'll miss out on everything. And if I have anything I forget on the script, I'll just bring it up. So, yeah, I have that. So essentially, we're doing Lunar. What we have is we're gonna have Lunar's backstory, his relationship, his mental disorders. We also have his the way things outcome that could the way things could come positively for him and what could come negatively for him. We're going to be talking about his positive and negative relationships, which you'll be surprised where I put one of the characters under. You will not be surprised when I put Eclipse down in the next episode. But anyway, we need to get into this. I am the Geeky Theatre Brat, and we are going to be doing a character analysis of Lunar. Let's get into it. So let's do the backstory. The origins. We all know Lunar was made from Eclipse, but I have a theory that he was made from a part of Eclipse, aka the heart, where so then Eclipse would no longer have to feel guilt for anything he actually had to do, and he'd have a loyal servant because they have emotions, and as well, nature versus nurture. I basically explained that in the last video about nature versus nurture. Yeah. He was manipulated emotionally and physically, and he was also spiritually abused as well. A spiritual abuse is basically giving them no free will at all, just making them have no free thoughts. Yes, he did have some free thoughts, but he believed everything that they said was true and nothing else, and they never questioned it. And until Lunar nearly got killed by Eclipse. Yeah, so he was spiritually abused. The way you come out of that is that you realize your own, you get your own point of view and your own vision and everything, which led to his rebellion against Eclipse, which led to him getting some healthy relationships as well as unhealthy ones. So let's get to those, shall we? The healthy relationships, I put Moon and Monty. You'll be surprised that I did not put Sunrise in the healthy area, because I have my reasons, and I will explain it. But first, Moon and Monty. They're pretty much his parents. Not just because of my theory, but just because of their whole dynamic. Monty is, his father figure, and basically, he acts as, the fun parent, but also the one that, very much, they very much care about Lunar, very much, they're willing to do anything for him. They literally, after Lunar died, they literally beat up one of their best mates and rebuilt them so then he could have somebody to distract himself from his son's death. And honestly, I do the same thing. His whole dynamic with Lunar was he felt safe with Monty, but he also felt safe with Moon as well. Let me explain. Do you think it's a coincidence? Because I remember in the video where Lunar decided to run away, in that very video, he said, "I look this way because I don't feel like myself." And that one time was when Moon wasn't there for him. Moon was inside of his head. Well, he wasn't really inside of his head, but he wasn't in that episode. He was running away. Do you think that's a coincidence? I think not. I think he's that comfortable around Moon. Even though Monty is just, is gender fluid. Moon's the mother out of the two of them. I'm just saying that because Moon's an overprotective brother. I know that. We all know this. But he has a very specific way he like treats Lunar. And I can't be the only person that notices that. I mean, even before he turned against Eclipse, Moon was still there helping him. Monty wasn't really like by his side until he like switched. But he did support him when he was like realizing that he was a bad person. Moon was there from square one. And Lunar was literally growing up inside of his head. So basically he like was overprotective of, I gotta call him his little boy because, well, yeah. But let's just talk about, I gotta call him Uncle Sunny in this scenario. Uncle Sunrise. Toxic. There, you heard it. Lunar and Sun have a toxic relationship. Sun, forcing him to play video games, actually snapped at him and ended up calling him a mistake in some way, shape, or form. Lunar would actually never learn to trust him because of the fact that Eclipse used to be in his body and that the glow thing goes on automatically. So trauma is there as well. Yeah, Sun is not Moon or Monty. Sun just tries too much. He just sees them as another. He does see him as family, but I don't think he sees him as a little brother. Like, I think he sees him more of like a nephew or something, which is, well, yeah. They don't have the most toxic relationship, though. It could need some work. But it's not the least toxic. Second place when it comes to the most toxic relationships that Lunar has, it's Blood Moon. Blood Moon threatened to kill him. He pretty much did not give a damn about him. But then again, it's nothing towards Eclipse. As we all know, Eclipse gets the number 1 spot. And I'm not going to do the relationship between KC and Lunar because they didn't really have one. Let's do Eclipse real quick. Abused him, called him a mistake. Pretty much been a horrible brother to him. Shall I go on? Yeah, no. Okay, now I'm going to diagnose him with mental disorders. PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Think we all know why. Because of after that whole thing that happened, yeah. Why would I not diagnose him with that? ADHD, you can see why. He's really into bugs and he knows a lot about roly-polies. ADHD is when you're like, you get hypofixated on some things. Like, for example, Luce from the Owl House. She's not really what people call academically smart, but she was very good at learning magic and like putting things to one and like putting things along. If it matches their interest, they will go and just explore it. Like me with science. And Lunar with beanbags and bugs. Probably because he likes bees and he thinks I think he just really likes bugs. He really does remind me of my nephew. Anyway. And autism. The reason I diagnosed him with this. Oh, let's just see his whole like dynamic, honestly. I believe Moon is autistic, and it is sometimes a genetic disorder. So I think, yeah, I think I don't need to explain a lot of this. So yeah. Alrighty. Now we have positive and negative ways that Luna could grow up or become. We have positive. But I want to do the negative first, shall we? Oh, yes. My good old pal, Evil Eclipse. No, not Evil Eclipse. Oh my goodness. Evil Lunar. I swear I have this scripted. Mostly. In that realm, we know that he was pushed to insanity by Eclipse. It was constantly rebooted, reset, and like abused and all that. Honestly, I don't know I don't know how that kid survived. I'm being so honest. I just love this kid. Anyway. He also said that Sun was killed, and there was pretty much everyone else was killed as well. For him to turn on Eclipse, I think it would take also for everyone else to die as well, like Sunrise, Moondrop, Montgomery. Like, basically what Monty did to Foxy in a way. Anyway, having unending trauma and torture. Yep, just basically explain that. Untreated issues. Yeah, this kid needs therapy. From his parents. Which I refer to, when I say his parents, I mean Moon and Monty. And I just explained why. Anyway, positive outcomes. For him to get to a very not really, like, for help him to move on from the trauma. Most people never heal, so he doesn't have to heal, he just needs to move on and acknowledge that he'll have people there to care for him and he doesn't have to be afraid. But then again, it's easier said than done. Alrighty, positive outcomes. Moon and Monty, caring for them. Yeah, they have a very healthy parent-like relationship with Lunar. Like, they're friends, they act so much like an old married couple, and I love it. And Lunar just basically, treats them like his dads. I am referring to them as his dads, because because I was thinking this stuff before Montgomery came out, so just, bear with me. He needs therapy, as I already said, but therapy in a way that doesn't make him feel insane. Some therapists, you need to try to help them come out of their shell immediately. You don't need to make them feel insane. treat them. Moon and Monty again need to treat them well, but you can't spoil them. We all know what happened to Veruca Salt. They already spoiled her with the beanbag chair factory. He does not need more. Maybe a reward or something. Not really treating him like a pet, but not a Veruca Salt spoil, because he's already that spoiled. Anyway, this is the end of the character analysis. I hope you enjoyed this. This was scripted, okay? You wanted scripted, and I scripted it. Kinda. So please like and subscribe and comment down below. Reminder, 5 days till the fan art competition is over, so please give me some submissions. And I will see you in the next one, and bye-bye. Hope this helped clear some things.